Well, hello, everybody. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto and Carnivore and Carnivish and all kinds of stuff like that, and throw in the emotions and the realizations and the tweaking. And here you are. And here I am. Isn't this fun? Have you discovered in your journey, once you gave up sugars and grains and became whatever it is that you are, right? Like me, first it was low carb, high fat, and then it was keto. And why does everything have to have a name? And why does everything have requirements and everything else? It takes a while to figure out that what you eat can make you feel either good or feel like you need something, but you're not quite sure. And then you watch a video and the guy or the woman has all kinds of different ideas than you. And it's like, this is so confusing. What am I going to do? There's a lot of false gods and false prophets and false supplements and false information out there. And I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. I don't have gazillion-dollar grants and I'm sitting there in a lab with, the best of the best scientists saying, that's right. All that protein is good for you. Or, some doctor saying to me, no, Sarah, you're not supposed to have all that protein. This is all about having enough fat. And it's like the only thing I am doing is like carbs under 2 total that I know that nobody's going to say, yeah, Sarah, right? So we, we we do the best we can, but sometimes it just does get hilarious, doesn't it? I mean, it's like, really? I finally got my food plan to where it is. I gave up this, I brought in that, I'm looking at this, I feel guilty when I have that, even though it's a no-no, right? You're having coffee and you're putting something in it? Like, so if you are frustrated, if you're trying to figure out what works for just for you, that makes you happy and content and everything else, you're not alone. I'm with you on that one. Um, and just for today, I'm enjoying my cuppa, and I have, a non-dairy creamer in it, and I have a xylitol in it for my little bit of a sweetener, and it makes me happy. It's my, not even a guilty pleasure. It's just a small pleasure in my day, in my non-eating time. And then you can get into the debate about intermittent fasting and can you have water? Can you have coffee? Can you have, you know what? Do what works for you. And that's the tough part, because sometimes we are either so busy or so obsessed or so trying to find the right God, prophet, recipe for ourselves that we miss the boat on contentment. We exchanged our white knuckling, always hungry food plans of the past, like Weight Watchers for me, to, now this, perfecting and trying to get the good girl, you're having what you're supposed to have. It's like, so I know that when I find somebody that I like and enjoy, I kind of glom onto them for a while. And then, like Human Performance Outliers will have somebody new that they interview. And then I find that, like, well, I like that person for a while too. But I do know that Dr. Robert Sivers, and I heard that's how you pronounce his name, from Laurel, who has him for her PC, pronounces it. She said that was her first question to him. How do you pronounce your last name? Cyrus. So, Sivers. See, I just blew it again. Sivers. And what he has done for her. And she sent me a whole bunch of links that I can read after our interview. So I'm excited/delighted to get to read up on him. And we'll see what is shareable with everybody after I do that. But he is the first one. I asked her in the interview, or else after the interview when it was just Laurel and myself talking, have you found any holes in what he says? And she says, so clearly this doctor, Laurel, for me as a person, and his philosophy, it's great. I feel I feel that there's a soul connection to his message, which is very, very 12-step related. And the accountability, and it's funny because I did begin in Overeaters Anonymous, and he thinks Overeaters Anonymous is nothing but a failed diet like the others, like Weight Watchers and Nutrisystem and, all the gazillion others. And I can now agree with him. He says we need AA for fat people because there's more of an accountability and responsibility and not the dogma of you must have this, you can't have that. It's regimented and strict and, set up for failure like other food plans. That's why when we do get to what we're doing that is just for us, it becomes a tailor-made journey for us to find all our tweaks and what we end up with and how it works. And for some of us, we have health conditions. We have stomach conditions that, we might not have had before. 5 or 6 years ago, I was a huge veggie eater, and I didn't know the distress that it would end up causing my tummy. And now on Sundays, I have just enough. It's just such a small sampling, It's like it wouldn't even register for calories. It's like under 50 calories. And so it's just like a little smidgen of, yes, last week I gave up cauliflower. So now I'm just down to Brussels sprouts and asparagus. And it's so small that it's like, I am mostly carnivore. I do have 14 grams of fresh squeezed lemon on my electrolyte powder. I know that a lot of carnivore people no longer have supplements, but I do like electrolytes and I do like the mineral water and I do like the salts because I feel that keeps me going, especially when it's hot and humid. That's always been something for me, that woozy thing that can happen if I'm not hydrated, not overhydrated, but just enough with the concentration of salts. And I know that a lot of people like that soul water that Tammy Keto and the Chaos does. And that could be a little jar on my counter as well, maybe through the summer months. We'll see. It's something that I get to. But for now, I have a little dish of Celtic salt crystals, and I put my tongue on that, and then I drink my warm salted lemon water. But I do have, like I said, the lemon juice and the green onion rings. I have those a few times a week with my scrambled eggs. If I'm having fried eggs, I'm not having the green onion. But my carbs are usually 2 total. And so it is mostly carnivore. And a lot of people that call themselves carnivore have things like dark chocolate, have things like avocado, have things like coffee. And so it's subjective. It's what works for you. It's not debatable. Come on. If you're still having coffee and you call yourself a carnivore, enjoy it. If you're still having a diet soda once every 3 or 4 days as a treat, enjoy it. Think of where you came from. That's what I do. I go back to my piggy, middle of the aisle food diet. That's what it was. It was a middle of the aisle food diet. And, and then the parameter too, with the flavored coffee mate. The stuff I used to put in my body, the chemicals, my foods didn't come from, a farm or a garden. It came from, chemical labs. I was so totally addicted to the chemically flavored stuff. And it was, now to put Kerrygold butter on a piece of ribeye or a ribeye steak, it's just heaven. Now I've been having a hankering, don't you know, for some salmon. So I'm going to include, I don't like a lot of salmon. It's kind of heavy for me or rich, but like a 4-ounce portion. So I think I'm going to get me over to the fish market and get me some wild-caught salmon, just a little sampling to have, along with some beef and, maybe my 2 little gently fried eggs. That could be a lovely meal. But, it's just getting to know yourself and to get that confidence, that esteem that you are comfortable with what you're having. That if, the carnivore police showed up or the doctor or somebody, that you would be like, yeah, this is what I'm having. Questions? Whether you drink with your meal or don't drink an hour before or an hour after, these are just little things that I do my way along the way. No big deal, right? And so, sometimes people get on me about it. One lady recently hadn't been watching me a lot because she's been busy, and she just kind of jumped into my little mud pit and was like slinging it at me. It's like, yeah, this is what I'm doing now. I'm fluid, and I'm sure that a lot of you out there are fluid in what you have as well. Fluid with how many meals a day you have, fluid with what kind of meals you have, fluid with what time of the day you have things, whether you have coffee, don't have coffee, give it up, take it back. Really, really. I mean, really. This is where we need Carrie of King of Queens to come in and just do, really? You know how Carrie was. I love her. And so, we just have the courage of your convictions for what it is that you're putting in your body. It's not a competition. I'm not competing with this person over there. This isn't a bikini contest. Yeah, this isn't, like I'm covered from ankle to neck to wrist, right? So, there's no competition. There's no competition on the scale. The competition, is something that a woman, it's like we used to be so competitive and so based on the scale and what it said to us and comparing to somebody else's scale reading. And, it's not about that anymore. It's about you, that wonderful person that's in your package and being comfortable with yourself and you're okay where you are. Somebody posted, I don't know where she was. I don't know if she was keto over 50 or something, but it took her an entire year or maybe 2 or 3. It took her a long, long time to lose 100 pounds. And she was in the jeans that she used to wear. You know how they put themselves in the one leg of the jeans just to show the loss. And, she says, I still got 15 to go. And it's like, but I'm okay with that. Of course she's okay. I mean, like, wow, she lost that 100. It took a while, but she stuck with it. So having the courage of your convictions, that's why we are turtles. And I posted something on my Facebook page that Miss Joyce sent me. And it was about, the jackrabbit's lifespan. And then the next one, I can't remember. But the turtle, it was like 150 years or something like that. And it's like, yep, da-doo, da-doo, da-doo. I saw 2 turtles in the road. One lady was picking one up and getting it to safety, and the other one, the road was going too fast for me to stop, and I hope other people, missed it. But it was cool. And, things in threes, so there's going to be a third turtle out there. So, yeah, even Uber has its little messages along the way. The turtle, just going nice and slow and steady with courage of your convictions. That's the message of this video today. Not getting into a debate with anybody. If you're having your Diet Coke and the keto police show up or the carnivore police show up, if you're having your coffee the way that you like it and somebody says, that's not fasting, just like nod to them, right? Do what you do at your pace. If the scale is showing anything that's a loss, that's a win for you. If the scale is showing you weigh the same this week or this month as you weighed this week or this month prior, that's a win too. So enjoy. We are who we are. We're doing what we're doing. And, we have a level of acceptance for others. We don't have that judgy thing going on. And, that is probably my worst defect, is that judgy thing of like, well, I don't have that supplement. Who cares? Who gives a flying, right? If that supplement, that scoop of something, that pill works, go ahead and do it. Do I? No. Do I spend the money, waste the money? No. I got savvy to that doctor that pushes, I call them doctor supplements. It's like, no. We don't need that stuff. And in one of my interviews, or a lot of my interviews, a carnivore woman and man have no supplements anymore. And so, I still have a couple, but the electrolytes are my supplement. I love when they interviewed somebody and they said, what supplements do you have? And that person, I think it was a male, said egg yolks and liver. I love it. Love it. So anyway, enjoy, stay strong, whatever food program you're in. And if it doesn't have a name, that's okay too, because that's what we are. We don't have to label ourselves, except up here underneath my hair, I am a carb addict and I'm a sugar addict and I'm a junk food addict. Those are labels that I can say to you that maybe you can identify with. Maybe you don't identify with the foods that I'm eating today or the beverages that I have when I have them, but you know that past of carbohydrates and sugar and certain junk foods, right? Yeah, the whites. They're all the white flour, the white sugar, the white junk, the seed oils, the yuckums. So enjoy your day, and I will see you the next time here on Pearls of Wisdom and Food with a feisty Sarah. Full moon. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now.